Alright, just for the record, we're working on a 1997 Kawasaki Valcun 750. Thing's pretty mint. Anyway, I'll stop showing off my bike here. But doing these carbs, getting them in and out. I'm a pretty experienced motorcycle mechanic. Matter of fact, I do it for a living. However, these ones here have been kicking my ass and I've really been getting pissed. So I went to good old YouTube.com mechanic shop and I found a few videos, but I don't know, wasn't really satisfying me. So I did take the advice of some and remove the rubber boots before you try to install. Because before even having these rubber boots removed, I couldn't even get them in here. I took those rubber boots off on each side, and now you can get the carbs right in there. And I know you're probably wondering about this air box up top. I was thinking there's no way in hell I'm removing that. And apparently I don't think you can, or I don't think the book tells you to. It's ridiculous. So I took this here ratchet strap and I cranked it so it's holding it up to give me the most room I can as I go to reinstall those rubber boots. So like I said, that's kind of step one, is getting those intake boots out of there, and then these carbs will go right in. And I'm going to start hooking up my throttle cables now while I can. So that's kind of step one, maybe even step two if you will. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video for a minute so we can take a walk around the bike just for fun. But I'm going to get to the next part of installing these rubber boots and trying to get these carbs in place. We'll touch base after that. Take yourself some dielectric grease or Vaseline or duck butter or whatever you want to use. There it is. And you lube it up like, oh yeah, it feels good. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh, excuse me. Just put a little bit on there, you know, and smear around like such. Get it on there real good. And as you can see, I popped in that boot really easily. So I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. But first, let me finish lubricating up my hole. All right, so far things are going much better. I don't know if you ever heard of a screamer before, but I was screaming because I was getting really pissed. This wasn't working. I was busting up my hands. Good times. But between having this ratchet strap yanking up on the airbox for you, so you don't gotta borrow your mom, I got those boots in there, no problem. Play a little game called Walk Around the Bike here. Boots are in there real good. Now I gotta put on my clamps, but the point is those boots are in there and the carbs are actually sitting in there. I just gotta stick them in their boots. So far we're doing pretty good. All right, I'll check back with you in 1 second. Okay, we've officially reached a new milestone here at these carburetors. So you see, I actually got them in the boots. And you want to make sure you line those boots up with their, I got little pointers on them that line up with the intake, but or else you can mark them with paint marker. But yeah, I did get them in there. No, it still wasn't necessarily easy. The difference is it was doable though. So I mean, it makes it, you know, installing these things without the boots in place makes this achievable job versus not happening. And I had to use this item here. I kind of use a dull angled pick tool. Make sure, I like to make sure they're dull. And you can run it around the intake boot lips to kind of help ease the carburetors into the boot while pressing down. But so far that's where we're at. We got them in there. Now I just got to get the clamps back on there. And then we'll check back in a little bit when I'm probably test running it without the boots on first, just to make sure it runs good before putting the boots back onto the airbox. All right, see you then, my fellow Americans. When it comes to doing these carbs, you are screwed. Nah, I'm just kidding. So as I was saying, got those boots back in and the carbs in there. And I couldn't make a video of me installing them in there because I just don't have a way to hold the phone and do it. But point is it's very doable once you do it that way. And I actually got those in pretty easy. One big trick I'd tell you to do, make sure you do, that I didn't do because it was a huge pain in the ass, is make sure you put your clamps on your rubber boots before you get the carbs in place. I thought I'd maybe just be able to, you know, separate them and wrap them around when the carbs are in place. I did, but that was a royal pain in the butt. And then on to your next trick, installing these rubber intake hoses. There's nothing really special about doing that, but it's just a real treat is all. Not for the faint of heart, as they say. So, like I said, if you're struggling to get these carbs in and out, or all in anyway, for sure, that is the trick, is removing those intake boots from the cylinders, and they pretty much pop right in. Then you're going to want to hook up your throttle cables while you can, and install your choke cable, and then you, like I said, use plenty of lube them, slide them on the rubber parts so the carbs slide right in there, and you're good to go. So maybe we'll get a video here at the end of this thing running. That'd be sweet, huh? Yeah, okay. Hi kids, my name's Honky the Horn, and I go toot toot. You may remember me from such films as Bobby Gets His First Motorcycle. Shoot! Hell yeah, what a hard ass.